Welcome to Everyone Has a Story. I'm your host, Marcus Jones, and this is my 9th season of producing and hosting Everyone Has a Story at Can TV, located at 1309 South Wood Street. I tell you that this season is going to be absolutely one of my best. I absolutely love meeting, interviewing people, and sharing their stories to educate you, my viewers, on such a great platform. Also this season, season 9, not only will I be streaming live the day of my taping, so you can see the behind the scenes, the control room, etc., etc., I will be posting the whole interview on my YouTube channel. So I would love for you to go to my YouTube channel, click the subscribe button so you can enjoy my interviews from season 3 to 8, and 9 is soon to be coming. So tell a family member, friend, associate, organization to tune in to watch the edited version. Go to your computer web browser, type in cantv.org, then click on schedule, then channel 21 to see the date and time it comes on Can TV. I would also like you to visit my website, Marcus Jones Story. My Twitter, which is at I Have a Story, the number 2 TEL. My Facebook and my IG, which is just Marcus Jones. Today, I am having a sit down with the one and only Auntie Angel. And if that name doesn't ring a bell, I'm sure the Grapefruit Lady does. She, as many would call, the Queen of Fellatio. She have hundreds of sex techniques that you can learn from her book and DVDs for both men and women, and over 10 million views combined on all the social networks. Wow, I wish I had a 1/10 of those views. She has been all over the world speaking at thousands of seminars and doing workshops demonstrating her signature grapefruit technique. Please help me welcome Auntie Angel.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing excellent.
Actually, that number's a little higher than that, actually.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
well, let them know. I mean, what's the
Yeah,
numbers?
we're probably over about 500 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is exceptionally
It
great.
is.
That is exceptionally well. So, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Excellent again.
That's good.
Tell the viewers, where did you grow up at?
South side of Chicago, pretty much every city in the south suburbs. Never been too many places more than 3 years growing up, just because my mom was like a little gypsy. She went from city to city,
Okay.
and so I'm a south suburban girl, so pretty much everywhere.
Okay. You come from a big family?
I do, but the dynamics of the family is a little bit weird. My mom was single, my father was married, so my mom was the side chick.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is, you know, she was.
Wow.
And because of that dynamics, my father had 6 sons, my mom had 1 son. So I grew up around 7 brothers.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
Okay. So how was that upbringing? You know, 6 brothers you mentioned?
Yeah.
So
well,
how
really
was that?
it was hard because of the infidelity. So, you know, my father's ex-wife at the time, they were married, you know, really had a hard time being able to accept me. So I pretty much was raised with my dad and my mom. They didn't live together, but that was my connection as far as family. As I got older, I got closer to my other brothers.
Okay, okay. And I understand that, well, you have a new book out. Well, it's not really new. It's called Angel Secrets.
Yes.
Inside the Journey from Pain to Orgasmic
Yes.
Pleasure. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And I just want to just touch on this just a little bit, but you talk about being raped. You talk about how your mom's mentally abused you and how she was mentally ill, and just so many things going on in your life, you know, even with the military and all. That's a lot to overcome.
Yeah, if I can just break it down really quick for you.
Yes.
So because of the dynamics of my mom and dad, my father was not trying to start a new relationship. So my mother literally just broke down. And she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and that's when people have voices tell them to do certain things and they cannot control them. So my mom's voices told her that she was supposed to be married to God, me, her daughter, the angel Michael, and so we had to die. So from birth to 3, she put me in the oven. That's why I slept for 3 years with the gas on. I woke up, she stabbed me in the chest, she gave me sleeping pills, starved me to death. Literally, I broke both my arms 3 times each. But God saw me to be here.
Yes.
And then eventually I went to go live with my dad. He got sick, and when he got sick, I ended up living with a brother that was on my father's side. Right before I went to go live with my dad, though, was the first time I got raped. I was at 9. I was 9 years old. He told me that's what families did. So my mom tried to kill me my whole life. I was raped. I did tell someone. And they sent him to the military, and I realized how a lot of women have been raped and molested, and Big Mama not going to let Pookie go to jail.
Right.
They sweep it under the rug. And statistically, 90% of women will be raped or molested. This is globally.
Wow.
And so as the story goes, I went to go live with my brother, and my dad passed my sophomore year in high school, and after that, my nephew came home from college, from a marriage, and he raped me. So I'm raped at 9, raped at 16. I'm thinking maybe I'm too sexual, and it pretty much just pushed me to be stronger as a woman, and I end up going to college. The person who raped me from high school, my nephew, the family found out, and then they kicked me out the family. So now I had nowhere to go, literally like jumped me and kicked me out, and then I went to the military. So that's why I ended up going there. I had nowhere else to go. Came back home 8 years later and got saved. Asked God, like, what did I do to deserve this life? And he was like, I had you to go through hell so you can bless other people.
For sure.
And it really pushed me to become the woman I am today.
For sure. And I know that your book, it just has so many powerful messages in there. And so many young women and older women, just all women, period, is definitely going to learn from that book. So I want everyone to go and grab a copy of that book.
Please do.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to find out more about Auntie Angel and how she got into sex therapy or being a sex therapist, and also how she feels about the actor, comedian Tiffany Haddish allegedly saying she invented the grapefruit method. We'll be back in 2 minutes when everyone has
He's gone from gang member to mentor for troubled youth.
Harry Porterfield says Marcus Jones is someone you should know.
Ultimately, I made a bad decision, but the lure of the streets is so overwhelming.
Marcus Jones ran track at Hales Franciscan and played football at Kenwood Academy. What did his street life involve?
I joined the gang. It involved selling drugs. I thought that I was going to actually make $1 million in the streets. And that's what the street life is. It's the quick, instant gratification right there. It really does not work out that way. People wanted to get at me because I was making money. You know, so I then had to show that I was a tough guy.
And that decision changed the rest of his life. Tell us about April 17, 1995 at 7:49 a.m.
We entered another drug dealer's home, attempting to rob him, and he got the ups on us. My buddy, he said that dude has a gun. I got shot 2 times, the drug dealer. And he stood over me and he told me that I should kill you. And he shot me 2 more times. They took me to the hospital and I was terrified. And finally, the doctor came in and told me that I'll never be able to walk again.
He served a 10-year jail sentence for armed violence and has been in a wheelchair for 20. Now he wants others to learn from his mistakes. He works for the Black Star Project, offering tutoring, mentoring, and workforce development to low-income Black and Latino communities.
I love the youth. You know, I love to speak to them. You know, I go into the schools and do a motivational speaking and tell them about my life and tell them that, you know, hey, you don't want to be in this here. You don't want to be in this chair.
Marcus Jones, a former gang member who has turned his life around, and he is someone you should know. This is the book that he has written, and it is called Everyone Has a Story. This is mine, he says, and you can find it on Amazon.
It really is incredible when someone turns their life around. Usually they're the ones that can really reach so many other youth that are already going down that path.
That's true. He was shot 4 times before he did it.
And you hope that somebody like that who's been through that can somehow make an impact on the people that are doing it right now, because they don't like to listen to most people, do they?
He can relate.
Yes, you can. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
We're back here on Everyone Has a Story. I'm your host, Marcus Jones, and we have Auntie Angel right here in the flesh. Where did the name come from?
You know what is funny? I actually put a video out on World Star Hip Hop about 5 years ago. And it was one of my DVDs, you know, and I'm teaching the fellatio, of course, properly with a dildo. And World Star Hip Hop is who named me. I guess they looked at me as like, well, she too old to be a grandmama, and she ain't really young. She look like that cool auntie, and everybody has one of those aunties that teach them stuff about sex, relationships, and so I got branded the Auntie Angel, and I love it.
Wow,
I do. I love it.
Wow. Why did you get into sex therapy?
It was a funny story. And people wonder, like, why did I choose fellatio?
Right.
Out of everything you can show. And it was really, I was dating a guy, and I ended up marrying him. And prior to him, I never did it. I thought pretty girls didn't have to give, you know, fellatio. I'm like, I'm too pretty for that. Like, that's what ugly girls do. And he was like, no, you need to do it too. I'm like, wait a minute. So I had to figure it out. And so I actually really cared about him, and I started learning the techniques and doing it with him. And I'm also a nail tech. And so when I was doing nails, I would tell my clients what I was doing, and they was looking at me puzzled, like, you did what? And how do you do that? And I realized I can tell people every day something, but it's nothing like the visual, because women are visual just like men. And that's really how it started. I got some girlfriends together, showed them the things that I was doing, and they told their friends, and 14 years later, here I am.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So how does your family feel about that? You know, you with these videos up, and y'all gotta check out these YouTube. Oh, the grapefruit is awesome.
Yeah,
it really is. But how does your family feel about that?
I think at first people were a little taken back because they didn't understand the concept, because people have to understand there's no one else really doing what I'm doing. Either there's porn or there's mainstream. I'm really in my own lane, and most people that teach with a man. So me using props and being more educated with anatomy, they really wasn't understanding it. And then once it got really popular, and you know, everybody was like, oh, okay, they kind of jumped on the bandwagon and was like, wait a minute, you know, she's doing way more than we thought. And they didn't realize how deep it was, because it's more than just the sex. You know, I'm teaching women who've been, you know, raped or molested how to empower themselves sexually, because we as women can detach ourselves when you have become raped. Sex is not pleasurable. You do it to get a man, but then marriages like separate because now she doesn't want to do it, and men are confused. And so I'm like that bridge. So once they saw that, they were kind of like, wow. And then my kids, they like, Mom, you famous. So for them, they get pub, you know, and because they understand the concept of it. So I'm actually getting really good feedback, and it's a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So I just want to tell you, like a messiah for men. You know what I mean? And I know you probably get millions of Facebook and social blogs, you know, just contacting you on it. So, like, what do you tell them most times? Like?
When guys, because men can be extremely ignorant, you know, behind the laptop, and I understand it. I chose this to do it, so it doesn't offend me now as it did at the beginning, because I wasn't used to that type of attention. Now it's funny to me, because I'm like, man, sir, you can handle me anyway. Or you know, I'll say something really crazy, and then I just block off the dialogue. But actually, most of my inboxes or emails are very positive. People telling me how I help their marriages, men applauding me, saying, look, I love her more because you broke something down in her that I couldn't get out of her. Women get married, cars, shopping sprees, so, you know, I'm helping the economy.
Right.
You know? and truly just helping women to, you know, understand how men see sex. So that's somehow I'm able to bridge that. I see it from a male's point of view, and women, we don't understand what men want, and I do.
Hey, nah, keep on teaching, sis. Keep on teaching, let me tell you. Now, How do you feel about the actor comedian Tiffany Haddish, allegedly saying, she invented the grapefruit, man?
Yeah. So let me just say this because I would never throw any woman, especially African-American woman, under the bus. I wouldn't. I really enjoyed the movie that she was in. I actually was proud that they chose my technique to be portrayed in the movie, because they could have chosen anything.
Yes.
So it kept me extremely relevant. When she first made the comments, my lawyer actually saw it and hit me up and was like, look, something is going, what's going on? And because I knew I had receipts, pretty much I knew that I had been doing this and talking about it since 1997. I'm closer to 50. She's in her 30s. So in 97, doing the math, she was a teenager.
Right.
So if and I'm not saying anybody who's young doesn't have that mindset. So, I had to put it together like, look, they're actors, they're comedians, everyone wants to take a run for it. And but I was blessed that the people who interviewed her actually came and recanted it. And it was like, no, Tiffany, sorry. Auntie Angel was the creator. You have no receipts. So, it is what it is. But she may be even more famous, so thank you, Tiff.
Hey, I know that's right. Let me ask you this. I know you have a lot of methods, for women. But do you have or invented a technique that will have women buying cars, like the men, what you had the men buying cars and homes, and but is there a technique that you invented?
You know what? I teach fellatio. I'm all about women pleasing the man. I tell I do not teach cunnilingus, so I do not have techniques for men. I've never been with a woman, but if I do, brothers, I got your back. I got your back. But I do tell women that they should be communicating. They should tell their mate what it is that they want, because what you do for Henry, you can't do for Bob. What you do for Sally, you can't do for Sue. You have to customize your love making for your partner. And a lot of people aren't as vocal. They take my classes, the women are vocal, and they have these skill sets. So now the men is a little nervous, like, wait a minute, this is the gift that keeps on giving. She can do this to anyone. So then he actually starts to open up and start saying, well, baby, what is that you want me to do? So we are our best teachers.
Right.
It's just people have to be more open and don't be shy. Sex is natural. We all do it. We all came from it. And so don't sit there and not be pleasured.
Right. Let me ask you, are you coming out with any new techniques or anything like such of that?
Right. Well, I have 50 different techniques. I did have a new video that just went viral a few weeks ago. I think it was about 36 million views in about, 2 weeks? So on there was my cucumber technique. So the cucumber technique, I had one for honey, one with whipped cream, and of course the grapefruit. And a lot of people say, why is always this food? I say, baby, I like to eat. I like to have sex. If you can combine the two together, we all winning.
Right.
And I just like people to not be as predictable, because that's what people are sexually. They're very predictable. You throw a couple of bananas and whipped cream and something in there and do a little something different, it kind of brings a little more fun to the bedroom. So the cucumber is the newest one. If people haven't seen it, they can go to my YouTube. I do have some clips of it there. It's extremely pleasing for a man. Yeah, take them shopping, go to the grocery store, have fun.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Everyone Has a Story.
International Maverick.
For me, it's about what it represents. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? It's only right. don't know what it feel like. Hold up, I'm talking real life. Late nights in the stew, praying this shit gon' take flight. Made a sacrifice, these dreams bigger than you believe. Looking at my seeds, they getting older, they got needs. But look at me, still hoping this music shit bubble. Knowing I can cop me some work and get back on the hustle. But that's trouble, sometimes I think it's worth the risk. My girl hate when I say it, but yet and still I reminisce. But that's the twist when you trying to make an honest living. Devil on my shoulder, I can hear him whisper propositions. Consequences for my actions when I give a hell. Had to be when I was in the counties trying to make bail. Sitting in that cell like damn how I get healed when I was just in France in a whole nother atmosphere. But that's life, ain't it? Take the bitter with the sweet. I'm still MAV, you niggas know me. I'm different, I live it, you ain't never did it. My brown eyes seen a lot underneath this Cubs fitted. Ambitious and driven, Joe I'm trying to get it. Dream another million underneath this fucking Cubs fitted. I'm different, I live it, you ain't never did it. My brown eyes seen a lot underneath this Cubs fitted. Ambitious and driven, Joe I'm trying to get it. Dream another million underneath this fucking Cubs fitted. It's a nigga better than Jordan that didn't catch his break. And he don't got the fortune and fame, but is he still great? Was that his fate, or did he drop the ball when he had a chance? Then again, God laughs when a man plans. Dreaming from the stands in the nosebleed section. That's my worst fear, so I study life lessons. Counting my blessings, even though I'm far from my goals. In the eyes of my kids, gotta be a hero. No ego, I know I'm humble as they come, but at the same time, my nigga, I am second to none. Numero uno, used to be a duo. Cut that nigga off cause he was playing in his Pause, a nigga wanna be broke, you gotta leave him be. They ain't none of my business, I'm sipping on this green tea. Still MAV, they know how I'm rocking, ain't shit changed. I'm trying to keep some dollars in my pocket. I'm different, I live it, you ain't never did it. My brown eyes seen a lot underneath this Cubs fitted. Ambitious and driven, Joe I'm trying to get it. Dream another million underneath this fucking Cubs fitted. I'm different, I live it, you ain't never did it. My brown eyes seen a lot underneath this Cubs fitted. Ambitious and driven, Joe I'm trying to get it. Dream another million underneath this fucking Cubs fitted. I used to want a gold chain and a pair of Jordan 4s. These days I want more, yeah that's what I'm coming for. If you ain't trying to score, then what's the sense of playing the game? If you ain't got the drive, my nigga, then stay in your lane. The pictures I paint, know I'm making Jean-Michel proud. The artful dodge, you know you see my Basquiat crown. I done been down, came up, lost it all again. Hustle don't mean shit if you ain't got the heart to win. I'ma be up again, my spirit say I can't lose. Don't make mistakes twice, know they watching how I move. Praying on my downfall, flip-flop, round off. Always land on my feet, it's like I got cat paws off. Jack Frost, I'm the North Pole guy. A lot of niggas be spitting, but they ain't fucking with moi. And now I merch it on my granny grave. I ain't never been afraid. Flow like water, can't brush me off. You gon' catch the wave.
And they were all great. And they were all thrilling. And they were all dramatic. Too bad we couldn't have had a victory that meant a pennant. But that will come. Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs fitted. Cubs fitted. Cubs fitted. Cubs fitted.
We're back with Everyone Has a Story. My guest, Auntie Angel. She's an outstanding woman who's overcome some very insurmountable obstacles. But now today, she's shining like a star. Let the viewers know that what are some of the things that you are working on as of today.
I actually just signed a contract with a gentleman named Messiah, who will be like an acting manager. He's in film, which I'm actually going to be in a play called Penis Monologues 2.
Okay.
He's the writer, director, of it, and so he's opening some major doors for me, so I will be able to hopefully come back and let you know exactly what it is. But we got to get that contract signed so I can let anybody know.
You know you're welcome. You
Yes.
are welcome.
So I'm super excited about that. But like I said, next week I will be, which is November 12th, I will be in my second play. So acting is part of, Auntie Angel's branches of abilities as well.
For sure.
I am working on another book. It's called The Power of the D.
Okay.
Yes. P has been powerful for years, but
Okay.
it has been a change over the few, at least the last decade, where the D is pretty much running
Yeah.
everything, and I don't understand, ladies, what's going on, so I'm trying to get your mind right. So I will be working on my next book. I'm in school now, getting my degree in psychology, so I most definitely will be able to be helping people with marriage therapy and family therapy as well until I get my doctorate, and then I will be the true head doctor.
Congrats
Thank
on
you.
that. Congrats on that. So I know lots of people when they seeing this, Auntie Angel, and do you have any seminars coming up? Because I know they want to get involved and get on that line.
Right. I do have private classes where people call me. They can go to my website and book classes. Most of those are private, and those are the ones I love because they're like bachelorette parties, girls' parties, birthday parties. And I travel all over the world, so it's not limited to here, just in the Chicago area. I do have open classes every now and then. One is coming up on the 12th of November. The Meow University. They do one like every year. Eventually, I'm going to have my own. I'm just trying to work all that stuff out because I stay busy between school and teaching, and I'm still a nail technician.
Okay.
I'm always doing something, but I got some things coming for the ladies real soon.
For sure.
Yeah.
And everybody's just anticipating and waiting.
Yes.
Let everybody know your social media.
So Facebook, it is my government name, which is Denise Angel Walker. Please follow me on there. I also have an Ask Auntie Angel fan page. My Facebook is that, and then my Twitter is Auntie Angel, and then my Instagram is Auntie Angel 2012. So please follow me. I'm always having videos. I'm always giving great advice. It's like you can get a little bit of something for free, but then if you want the big stuff, you got to pay. So.
Okay. Well, it's that time. It was great meeting you and you sharing your story and everything with all your new endeavors coming out. Much success to you.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank my guest for all that she's doing in helping people love better.
Yes.
In communities, not just in Chicago, but all over the world. I hope you had a nice time on today's show.
I did.
Until next time, everyone has a story.